Hey you guys, welcome back to another episode. I hope you guys are doing well. We are going through it right now. Oh my gosh, a squirrel just scared the life out of me. Okay. All right. So, I hope you guys are doing okay. This is 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days. Can't Buy Me Love, Season 4, Episode 6. We're going to go ahead and get right to it. First, we got Jeffrey and Vario. So last episode we saw that Jeffrey created a whole scene, okay, because one of Varya's friends had mentioned the fact that Varya was talking to somebody who was from America before, romantically, okay, and she made it seem like there were like multiple men she was talking from America in her past. So that made Jeffrey upset because he said he had explicitly asked her before if she was ever talking to anybody from America, okay, and she said no. And so, okay, he said you was a liar and all of this stuff at the restaurant, and he stormed out, okay? So this episode, we see him. He's still upset. He says he feels like Varya's playing a game with him, and he feels that she is just using him to get to America. And I'm like, okay, but like, he says that she's playing a game, but I'm like, okay, if she's playing a game, then you're a part of it. Like, come on, Jeffrey, you know exactly what's going on, okay? But anyway, he still wants to act mad. And he's mad at her for not telling him about this talking to other American men online. But we all know the fact that he's lying to her about his past, or lying by omission or whatever. But, so the theatrics that Jeffrey was doing, I was like, okay, alright, okay. So Varia comes outside to talk to him, and she's like, you are blowing up at the fact that I talked to other men online that were from America, but that's the past and it has to stay in the past. And he's like, okay, are you still talking to these men? And she's like, yes, I'm still talking to them, okay, but we're not talking in a romantic way anymore. Like, I'm only talking to you. So he's still in his feelings, talking about he don't know if he can trust her or not. So that was it. So he's gonna go and get a hotel by himself. He has all his stuff still at Varya's place, but he says he needs time to cool off, so he wants to get a place just by himself. So the next scene, we see that it has been a couple of days or whatever. I think he says it's been like 5 days since he's been in Russia, and he can't believe that him and Varya are like going through all of this so fast. Right after they first met. So he's still in the hotel by himself. He takes a jog and he sits down on the bench, and we see who he's gonna call. He is gonna call his friend Mary that we had met before he left. He was talking to two friends. One of them was a man and one of them was a lady named Mary. And Mary had professed her love to him when we saw her. So I'm like, why are you calling your friend Mary, who you know is in love with you? Stop playing with Mary, okay? You know what Mary wants. So he decides to FaceTime Mary and ask her to give her advice. And of course Mary is like, you know what, she's being shady. I don't understand why she would be like that. She's not calling you to comfort you? Oh wow. Well, that's not what I would do. Matter of fact, you messed up on not trying to pursue anything with me. I was right here in your face, but you want to go all the way to Russia just to get your feelings hurt. Okay. She didn't say that, but that's pretty much, I just kind of summarized what she said. And Jeffrey tells us, he's like, maybe I did miss a good thing with Mary. You just playing around with Mary, that's all. He says he thinks he might have missed out on Mary, but he still wants to try to give him and Varia a chance. And Mary was like, yeah, go and talk to her to see like where she's at, but if it don't work out, you already know what's up with me and you, okay? So I was like, okay, Mary. So the next scene, we see Jeffrey goes to meet Varia at the bridge, and he tries to act like he is still so hurt by all of this. But Varia's like, look, you was cutting up in the restaurant with my friends, and that was ridiculous. And he was like, okay, I apologize to that, but I don't know if I can trust you because you didn't tell me that you were talking that you were talking to American men before. So yeah, I'm mad. And she's like, okay, well, I'm sorry. And he's like, I'm sorry. And I said, you know what? I'm getting tired of y'all, okay? Y'all are pushing it with me, okay? Y'all are gonna be just like Stephanie and Erica. I really just skipped through Stephanie and Erica's part, y'all. So I'm gonna tell y'all about that when I get to them. But anyway, they make up. They both apologize, and Jeffrey still has to tell her about his criminal past. So we're gonna see that later, probably in the next episode. Okay. So that was it for Jeffrey and Vario. Then we get to baby girl, baby love, Lisa, and Soldier Boy, aka Usman. All right. So last episode we saw that Lisa was upset because Usman had taken her to go see his friend Abba, who Abba told her the truth. He had told Usman, like, look, you let Lisa like mess up your music video and all of that because she jealous, and that's just crazy. Okay, so that's why Lisa got into Lisa got into her feelings, and she was also mad at Soldier Boy for laughing along with Abba. I said, okay, Lisa. So Lisa she's still mad this episode, and she's talking to Usman, and she says how disrespectful it was that Abba told her the truth. Told her exactly the truth. She says it was so disrespectful, and she says she is mad at Usman for laughing, and that he has to have her back more because she always has his back. Okay, and Usman tells us, he's like, look, she's crazy and she's tripping, and Abba was definitely right, but I'm gonna go ahead and apologize because I don't want anything to mess up my plans. Okay, I was planning to marry her so I can get all of these benefits. So I'm gonna go ahead and apologize. Okay, so that's exactly what he did. He went ahead and apologized. And so they're getting ready to go to a premiere party for him the next day. And she says, you know what, whenever we go to the premiere party, I don't want to see Abba there. And Usman is like, all right, he ain't gonna be there, okay? Like, ridiculous. Lisa is really ridiculous. Like, but what with Angela, so I'm not surprised, okay? So then we get the next scene. They're heading to the premiere party, and of course Lisa is in the car. She's worried about his female fans, and she's like, look, they better stay in their place, okay, because I'm baby girl, I'm baby love, okay, and everybody needs to respect that. All right, so they make it to the club, and everybody's showing Soldier Boy love. Okay, Soldier Boy's in there with his shades, trying to act all cool, all celebrity. I said, okay, Soldier Boy, you better show out, okay? So they were showing him love and whatnot. So they get into the club, and the club looks like it's kind of packed. It's got a lot of people in there, and they're all like, Soldier Boy, we love you, okay? And Lisa's like, who said that? Who said? And she like she like hugs Soldier Boy, you know, and Soldier Boy has his arm around her, like, just like this, like, don't you do anything crazy now, okay? Don't you do anything crazy. So she's being good for right now. She sits down in like the VIP area, and then it's time for Soldier Boy to perform, and he performs a song, and the whole club was like really feeling it. Okay, so I was like, okay, Soldier Boy, do you think? And then he was like, okay, y'all, hold up, I'm about to premiere my video for my baby love, for my baby girl, Lisa. Go ahead and play it, okay? So they go ahead and play it. And the club just goes silent, okay? They was like, what is this? Oh my gosh, okay? So they were not feeling the video at all. And then at the end of the video, he has a picture of Lisa, and it says like, baby love, baby girl, Lisa, this is for her, okay? And Lisa was just smiling from ear to ear like, you better tell him, baby. You better tell him I'm baby love, I'm baby girl, okay? So the whole club was like, girl, what is this? And so we get some of the fan reactions outside the club, and they were like, look, we don't know why he with that old lady, but we don't, you know, it don't seem like it's love. It don't seem like it's real love. And, you know, he in it for the money. So, yeah, and the music video was boring, okay? So I said, Usman is really messing up. It seems like he's like messing up his career for Lisa, okay? So Usman, you going to do some soul searching, baby. Is this really worth it? Because you messing up your image, okay? So the next scene we see is the next morning, and Lisa says she's happy because the whole city knows that, you know, Soldier Boy is for her. Baby love, baby girl, Lisa, okay? So Lisa and Usman are about to go fly to a different city, to Usman's hometown, to meet his mama, So Lisa's a little worried because, you know, Usman needs the blessing of his mama to go ahead and marry Lisa. And we already know that mama is not really feeling Lisa like that. So that's why she worried. So they get to the airport and they fly. They make it in his hometown. And the first person he sees is one of his friends in his hometown. And he introduces her to, he introduces him to Lisa and whatnot. And it was nice. And then they get to their hotel, okay? Usman said that they had to be in a hotel because since Usman and Lisa aren't married, they can't share the same bed in his mama's house, okay? That's just not gonna happen, all right? So he had to get a hotel for them. And then when I tell y'all Lisa was acting a fool when she got into that hotel, I'm like, Lisa, she started complaining about the bed because it was like some a spring box instead of a real mattress. And then she got into the bathroom and she complained that there was a bucket in order for her to take a shower. It wasn't a real shower. It was like, you know, a bucket with some water in it. And instead of just like embracing that this is how people live and not to like look down on them, she was like complaining and acting like she couldn't live like that. Like it was going to be so miserable. And it's like, did you not do any research before you went to go and, you know, stay with this man? Of course not. Of course not. You just chose to be ignorant. So I thought that was so rude. And Usman was like, she's like, this is how I was raised. This is how I was brought up. And she's just like being so rude about it. I was like, Lord, have mercy, Jesus. So anyway, his friend pulls him outside and he's like, look, that woman in there controlling you, okay? And that's not how we do it over here. So like, you supposed to be in control. And Usman's like, yeah, I know. I mean, like, she is really controlling. But that's how women from America are. And I was like, hold up now. We not rude, though. I was like, Lisa was rude, all right? So, but anyway. So Usman was like, yeah, that's how women from America are. But, you know, Lisa, she's really jealous and controlling. So Usman is like, I don't know how much longer I can take of this. But, yeah. And I'm like, I don't know how much longer you can take of it either. Because she getting on my nerves. And I'm not even with her, okay? So that was Lisa and Usman. Then we get to Darcy and Tom. This was a lead up. We didn't really see the sit down between Darcy and Tom this episode. So I was like, okay, y'all gonna wait next episode to drop that bomb on us. So this episode, we see them like getting ready to go to New York City. Darcy's getting ready. We see her in the bathroom. She's saying that Tom has been sending her text messages, some long text messages. Tom be playing word games with Darcy, and that's just all it is. Then we cut to Tom, and we see Tom getting ready. And he says that he wants to make it work with Darcy, but he says along the way it's been hard because he could tell that she wasn't over her ex, Jesse. And whenever they had the tell-all, he was like, that was a mess at the tell-all. And he had accused her of talking to some man at their hotel at the tell-all. So we don't know what happened with that. And so he said it's been a rough road, so he doesn't know where they stand now. Okay. So the next scene, we see Darcy and Tom still texting back and forth. And Tom playing word games still with Darcy. And Darcy's like, look, like she is sad, and she starts to cry because she says that she really loved Tom. So she's sad that it's like this, but I'm glad she's not letting Tom play her. Or is she? I don't know. I'm not sure. We haven't seen next episode yet, but I hope that she doesn't let Tom play her like that, okay? And then we cut to Tom, and Tom is getting dressed. We see him putting his tie on and whatnot. And he says he really hopes that Darcy is not going to get emotional and be ridiculous. And I'm like, Tom, let's talk. Because you really put this girl on an emotional roller coaster. You disappear from her. You don't talk to her. You say this is the first time you've ever had a long distance relationship. So you are basically saying if she gets emotional and reacts like a normal person would, then that would mean that it would be over. You would be uninterested. And it's like, okay. So he is ridiculous. Like he doesn't want her to be emotional at all and be like a human being who experiences like happy, being sad, being disappointed. So then we cut to Darcy. We see that she arrived in New York City, and of course she has a suitcase with her. Darcy always has a suitcase with her. Okay, she says she bought the suitcase because she says she might have to stay in New York City overnight. If things go really bad, she'll stay in New York City overnight because she doesn't want to bring that negative energy home to her kids. She wants to keep that in New York and then go to, take some time to herself and then go back home. I said, okay, girl, are you really packing an overnight bag if things go wrong or if things go right? Okay, all right. So we see her walk into the restaurant in very Darcy style. She's dressed okay, and Tom is dressed too. She walks in there, and Tom gets up to like give her a kiss or a hug or something. Darcy was like, no, that's not what we doing. Okay, sit down. Okay, I said, okay, Darcy. Okay, Darcy, and that's where their scene ended. So they're gonna save the sit down for next episode, you guys. That was it for them. Then we get to Rose and Ed. Ed is upset. Okay, we see the producers talking to him, and they're like, how's everything going? Like, how are you doing? And Ed is like, I'm upset because I really think like Rose, I've ruined things with Rose, and she's gone, and I can't get her back. And I'm like, yeah, because you was like acting a fool last episode, and you was being so rude to that girl. So I mean, yeah. So he says he wants an opportunity to apologize to Rose. He proceeds to like try to call her like multiple times. She's not answering the phone. He leaves her a message and says, hey, like, I apologize, but I want to meet you face to face. I'm going to be at the cafe at 2 o'clock. I really hope you come and see me so I can talk to you and whatnot. Okay, so he's like, I hope she's going to meet me at the cafe. The next scene, he's at the cafe, he's waiting for Rose. Time's going by. We're like, okay, is Rose going to show up? Is she not going to show up? Rose shows up and she's like, what? What did you want? Go ahead and start talking, okay? So Ed starts talking. He's like, look, I'm so sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean to upset you. And Rose is like, look, you never going to bring up my past again? And you never going to bring up this test situation again, okay? And he's like, whatever you want, my queen. Whatever you want, okay? So I said, okay, Rose. You better put your foot down, okay? So that's basically what happened. They make up, and they're going to stay in that city for one more night. And then they're going to go ahead to where Rose lives, the city where Rose lives, so that he can meet her son. And he can meet her sister and her dad and whatnot. So that was pretty much it for them. Lord, then we get to Stephanie and Erica, y'all. I'ma it's just one sentence. They spend some time together, and Stephanie is scared to be intimate. Was that good enough for y'all, or can I just skip their whole storyline completely? Because I am so disinterested in Stephanie and Erica. Like, it's not even interesting. Like, they don't be doing nothing, okay? So, But good luck to them, okay? Last couple we got is David and Lana, okay? David is in the Ukraine because he is trying to go see his one true love that he's never met or he's never heard, Lana, okay? So he's in the hotel. He's like, look, I have to go to the train station because Lana is on her way to come and see me, okay? So he makes it to the train station, and he tells us, he's like, I don't know the language at all. He doesn't know what he's looking for on the screen. I think he knows the name of the city of where she's coming from, but that's pretty much it. He doesn't know he doesn't know when she arrives or anything. He just knows that she's arriving that day. So he's waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and of course she don't show up. So he has no way of contacting her, like, hey, is there anything wrong? Like, what happened? He has no way of contacting this girl. So his best bet is to go to a cafe and see if she's online, okay? So he goes to the cafe, and he's like, she's not online, so maybe that's a good thing, okay? maybe she's on her way here. He says, like, he's a little worried because the past 4 times of her standing him up, she's always had a really good reason. Some of the reasons include the fact that she had a medical emergency and her brother dying. And I'm like, I really hope this girl ain't lying about her brother dying. Like, that is so foul, okay? But Lana is nowhere to be found. Prior to that, he hadn't spoken to her in 48 hours of him going to try to meet her at the train station. So he don't know where this girl at, okay? So the next scene, he goes to meet up with his homegirl Anya. Anya is the one who he was trying to hook up with before, but whenever he made it to the Ukraine, it just didn't work out between them. So now they good friends, okay? So Anya meets him, and Anya's like, what happened? And he's like, he tells her the situation, like, she didn't show up. Anya was trying to act like she was surprised, and because we all saw this coming, Anya was like, "Oh my gosh, she didn't show up. Wow, I wonder where she is." Okay, and Anya tells us, she's like, "Lana seems like this girl who be taking people money, and that's exactly what's happening." So Anya's not surprised. David tells her, he says, "Look, I have a plan. I'm gonna go to her hometown because I'm not leaving Ukraine until I see Lana. I'm gonna go drive to her hometown and try to find her." And Anya's like, "Do you have this girl's address?" And he says that he might have it because whenever they tried to book a cruise together, where she stood him up again, that she gave him an address. And it was in the same city where she says that she lives. So he's like, maybe that's her address. So he is gonna go rent a car and drive to go to this girl's house. Okay, and Anya's like, "Look, you're gonna have to pass through some like dangerous territory, and there's like a war going on somewhere around that area." So she's like, "It's dangerous. I'm really gonna recommend that you not do this, but I can't stop you because you're crazy, okay? So go ahead and do what you gotta do." And that's exactly what he's gonna do, okay? So that was it for this episode, you guys. Let me know what y'all thought of it in the comments below. I hope you guys are staying safe in there, staying safe in the house. Please don't go outside for anything except for the essentials. Don't be going to people's house. Okay, just people you know. You don't need to see them right now. Just see people that are in your house, okay? I love you guys. I will see y'all in the next episode. Bye.